Hello and welcome back to the Hooligan Knitter channel. Usually this is a channel where I do podcasts and come and talk to you guys about what I'm working on, what I've finished, new things that I've bought. But I had someone request to see all of my whips and not just the ones that I've been actively working on. So this is that. I guess I'll start off. This is my finished Tolsta tee that I modified to be a Tolsta sweater. I did finish it. Full disclosure, it is way too hot to be wearing this in the Twin Cities, but I just finished it this morning, so obviously I have to wear it. Hi Pepper, you can come say hi. No, you're gonna sit in that tree. You're gonna mess with my camera setup. Yeah. If chaos ensues, it is Pepper. Anyway, I just finished it this morning. I love her. Beautiful, stunning. Way too hot to be wearing right now, but again, I just finished it this morning. I have to wear it, that's the rule. Also, before I dive into all of this, I would like to remind you that if you're watching this, we are friends, and this is a no judgment zone, okay? So you're gonna be nice to me and my million whips, okay? That's the rule. If you wanna follow along with the Hooligan shenanigans, you can follow me on Instagram. I will leave my username down below. Let's get to it. I did come prepared with notes in my David Bowie notebook. Rest in peace, King. And let's see, how many do I have? Do I even want to count? $13. I have 13 whips. No judgment. All right, so I'm gonna, I guess, start off by showing things that I've already shown on this podcast, things that have been getting the most love and attention recently. So let's open this bad boy. This is not a project bag. This is a lunch box cooler thing that I stole from my husband. And in here we have a vanilla sock. I showed this last time, so I'm not going to go into a ton of detail, but this is for a coworker of mine as a surprise. Just a vanilla sock, Fish Lips Kiss heel, and this is Drops Fable in the colorway Guacamole. Obviously almost done. I just need to Kitchener up the toe. Could have done that before recording, but honestly I just didn't want to. We're friends, I'm not gonna lie to you. So that is almost a half finished object. Second one has not been started, but we'll get there. It's a vanilla sock, it can't take that long, right? Another one I've already shown is my Peregrin socks by Sari Nordlund. And this is in, please don't eat my yarn. This is in Silly Goose yarns. Don't remember which sock base. But it is in the colorway Dusty Rose and is full of cat hair. Wow, that's great. But first one is done. I have shown these before. They're so beautiful. I really need to just get my shit together on these, but let's see if I can't show you like the front. They're so pretty. First one is done. Second one is in progress. I have done the toe and the foot. I'm working on the gusset increases. So it's like maybe half done, the third. Progress is being made, I promise. I just haven't had the noggin space to pick this up recently because it's not a difficult pattern, it's just a pattern that you need to pay attention to. And that's just not what I've been craving right now. I have been fully just like, I was gonna say stockinette in the round, but I do have a whip that I've been working on that is not stockinette in the round, but you know what I mean, right? Like, this is too much for me right now. They will get done, and I will love them when they're done. They just need, just taking my time. And I do have a couple of little stitch markers that I made on here. A little cat. And this is also a little cat with a little pearl. So yes, those are those. What else do I have to show? Try to clean as I go so I don't have like a million whips all over the place. We'll see how long this dedication lasts. What else have I shown you recently? Honestly, I think that might be it. I finished some stuff, guys. Let's move on to this. Again, not a project bag. This is a bag I got on clearance at like icing in the mall in high school. I love it though. It's perfect for a bag, like for projects. I have been mentally referring to this as my Kesha bag because in here I have the whip and yarn for another project that I'm going to wear to the Kesha concert I'm going to in November. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this every episode. I'm sorry, you're not going to hear the end of it. But in here, I have started my Look at My Holes by James and Watts. And it's going okay. I'm about halfway done with the raglan. And it's hard to see because it's all scrunched up and obviously hasn't been blocked. But you can kind of get the gist, right? Oh my god, the bag is gonna fall. Kind of get the gist, right? It's got these fun lace things going on. I think it's gonna be great. The pattern is going okay. I have, full disclosure, messed up on the increases a few times, but I think I've fudged it well enough that you can't really tell. Well, maybe you can, but I don't know. I think it'll be fine. It's gonna be like for a concert. Like, it's probably gonna be dark. And even if it's not dark, it's handmade, all right? No one can say anything, but it's so hard to like show this. You get the gist, right? And on here is a stitch marker that I got at the 2022 Wisconsin Sheep and Wool Festival. I went to this little sheep. It's so cute. I am going full Hooligan on this because I can't be stopped. Didn't swatch, obviously. I am adding sleeves to this because I will be wearing it in November. And yeah, I know that this isn't gonna keep me that warm, but it's like a little something extra, right? What else? I'm knitting this on the wrong size needle. Honestly, because I didn't have the cable that I needed for my interchangeables, and I had these fixed circulars and thought, yeah, that'll be fine. This is how we got here with the Hooligan Knitter podcast. So wrong size needles, didn't swatch to make sure that's okay. Adding sleeves to a pattern that doesn't call for sleeves, again. And yeah, we're going with the flow. Fudging the increases to make sure that they're getting to the right stitch marker or stitch number. But it'll be fine. I mean, it's a mesh pullover, like, how bad can it actually get? Don't answer that. So there's that. And I haven't started the tank that I'm going to be wearing under this, but it is also living in this bag. It's a Kesha bag. Oh, and this I am knitting out of loops and threads, Luxe Merino. This is, what is this? 55% superwash merino, 45% acrylic. And this is 410 yards for 150 grams. So I got 2 balls. I think that should be enough. If not, I got it at Michael's. I can go back. So there's that. That's been a lot of fun to work on, honestly. Despite me screwing up the increases. God. Despite me screwing up the increases repeatedly, I'm having a good time with it. It's a 4-row repeat. And the actual lace pattern isn't difficult to do at all. It's just also doing the lace with the increases. I keep forgetting to do the double yarn over before doing my increase. Is that giving too much away? Probably not. But yeah, it'll be fine. That's just the motto of this whole thing. It'll be fine. What else? Oh, we're gonna go back to socks for a little bit because I've got some fun ones. These are adorable, first of all. And this project is living in this little cloth bag I got from Muse 2320 during the Minnesota yarn shop hop this year. And it's like the perfect size bag for a little sock project. But anyway, these are the Mush socks by SkeinyLegend, aka Anna, aka someone else you should check out. And they're all over colorwork mushroom socks. Are these not the cutest things you've ever seen? I'm obsessed. I did decide to do a Fish Lips Kiss heel instead of whatever heel she called for, because that's just what I'm comfortable with and what I know. Here's the front. Oh my god. I need to get back to these because these are adorable. Ugh. I have no reason for why I've put these down and not picked them up recently. I just haven't. I've got obviously a lot of different things going on, but I think I'm gonna pick these back up again soon. Oh my god, Pepper, your hair gets everywhere. And these I am knitting on a little tiny pair of wooden 9-inch circulars, which I'm unsure how I feel about. These are from Clover, which I'm usually fine with. I like their other fixed circulars. What size are these? Yeah, my usual US 2.75 millimeter. And yeah, I actually really like these little wooden guys. Usually I'm a metal Chowgu person, but these have been really nice for color work. And the yarn is just some Patons Kroy. We love it. I don't know the colorway names, but they're red and white. I saw someone on Instagram refer to Patons Kroy as the cockroach of sock yarn because it's so indestructible, and I love that. And I have been referring to it since then as the cockroach of sock yarn, which means that these are gonna last forever, which I'm pumped about because they're so cute. I'm gonna show you again just because I'm obsessed with them. Get out of the way. And on here I have another little cat stitch marker. Do I have a problem? Maybe. There's that little guy. Yeah, this is the first one. Haven't started the second one yet. But we'll get there. Put these back in there. What next? Let's talk about my vagina socks. Yeah, you heard that right. Vagina sock. Yep. Yep. Oh, I guess it should go this way. Yep. That's a vagina. So earlier this year, story time, I was going through a penis sock phase, and my friend, one of my best friends, said, I love your penis socks, but I need vagina socks. And I said, wow, you're so right. So I did some digging on Ravelry and found a pattern called the Naughty Pine Socks by, hold on, Wendy Moreland, and obviously adapted it and hooliganized it, but didn't do a very good job because the vaginas are a little lopsided on this sock, a little crooked, but that's fine. So yeah, vagina socks. And this yarn is incredibly bright. I mean, it is truly that neon. Because, I mean, if you're gonna make vagina socks, you gotta commit, right? This is by a dyer who I don't know if she's still in business or not, which is upsetting because look at this. But it was Dapper Dog Fiber Studios, or Dapper Dog Fiber, or something like that. And I picked this up at a trunk show at one of my local yarn stores. And now her Instagram account is deactivated. So, and her website doesn't seem like there's like a whole lot going on. So it's very sad, but I have more than enough to finish the vagina socks. What else? Oh, I knit these toe up because that's what the pattern said to do. Just seeing if my bind off was stretching enough. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, the vaginas are a little bit crooked, like off center, but yeah. They're a little like off center. They should probably be a little bit more that way, but you know what? All vaginas are beautiful and perfect the way they are. So screw it. Yeah, I haven't started the second one yet because honestly this pattern is not that enjoyable to knit for me personally. And so I haven't really wanted to start the second one, but the intended recipient does keep harassing me about her socks, so I should probably just suck it up and knit some more vaginas. Just gonna go back in here. All right, is this entertaining for anybody? I don't know. You don't have to be here. Oh, let's talk about this. Again, not an actual project bag, but I found this on clearance at Vans, and I just thought it was the cutest little bag. And obviously I put yarn in it. And in here is the Korontene mitts. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's a Norwegian pattern by Jørgen Johnsen. Again, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but look at this. And then the back. They're so pretty. This I knit out of Holst Super Soft Held Double. Don't ask me the shade names, I don't remember, I'm so sorry. It's a brown and a lighter brown, but I wanted some just functional, warm mittens. And yeah, they're a little small, like, I feel like it's stretched out a little bit here. And I did try to block it like more aggressively and like get some more length in the thumb, because I think that's what the problem is. Yeah, I mean, it's comfortable, it's fine, it'll do its job. It's not like unusable, but I do wish the thumb was just a little bit longer. But yeah. And the reason I haven't finished these is because I don't know if I have enough yarn to finish it. And I take that off, my hand is sweating. And it's the dead of summer, and I don't really need a wool mitten anytime soon. So it's just been slumbering in this adorable little bag, and I love it. It smells like sheep. What else do I have to say? That was my first time using Holst Super Soft. It is not super soft. All these knitfluencers are lying to you. It feels like you are knitting with hay. And that's not an exaggeration. It does get softer when you block it, and like the drape gets a lot better. But I don't know that I would wear this next to skin, like as a garment. I don't know. It's not terrible once it's blocked, but it's definitely wool. I would love to knit with it again. It was so good for color work. I mean, I'm just gonna keep showing you because I think it's beautiful. Yeah, I'll definitely use it again, but I don't know that it would ever be like a scarf or like a hat. I don't know, much to consider. But I do know that they are going to be very warm because of all of that color work, all those floats. Do you want to see my floats? That sounded scandalous. I'm not really a big color work knitter. I've only done a few things. I would like to do more of it. I also would love like pattern recommendations. Okay, I'm not pulling out the thumb, but look at those floats. Are those good floats? I don't know. I don't really knit color work, but I think they look cool. Yes, I will pick these back up. I will finish them because I do really, really want to have them for the lovely Minnesota winters. I just don't really want to knit Norwegian wool color work mittens in the summer. But yes, they're going to be very, very nice when I do finish them. Also, the pattern is only in Norwegian. It's a free pattern, but it is in Norwegian. So that required some Google Translate and some logical context clue usage from me. But you know what? I think they turned out pretty well, and I have full confidence that I can knit the second mitten now because, I mean, they're numbers and charts. Yes, there are some like written instructions, but I think if you have knit mittens before and you are comfortable following a chart, you could totally make these even if you don't speak Norwegian. And also, yes, I do have a note on my phone with like the translation of Norwegian knitting terms to English. So, not saying I'm a pro or anything, but else. Let's talk about some blankets. This, I keep starting blankets. I don't know why. I finish a blanket and then go, yeah, that was great. I didn't hate every minute of that. Let's start another one. Oh God, am I losing stitches? Here's this. This is a Christmas gift, or will be this year. I'm determined it's gonna be finished this year. For, oh my God, I just lost like 10 stitches. For someone. And it's nothing fancy, really. I mean, it's pretty. I like the way that looks, but it's literally just Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick. And what I'm doing is I am knitting 2 skeins of the colorway Kale, and then 1 skein of the colorway Hudson Bay. And I'm just alternating. And I think, no, I know, because I've planned this out. I am going to do another section of green, another section of this white and colored section, and then another block of green. So it'll have 3 white stripes. It's not really white. I guess I could show you up close. It's got all these fun colors. That's it. It's just garter stitch, and it's really freaking heavy. But I think it's gonna be a really nice blanket. It's only about, it's about halfway done. Oh my God, I lost all these stitches again. I need to stop talking about this blanket. Crisis averted. If anyone wants to send me some stitch choppers, they would be put to good use. It's about halfway done, and it's pretty sizable, I'd say. So my goal, my intention is to knit 1 skein of yarn on this every month. And if I keep doing that, it'll be done well in time for Christmas. So yeah, I've been pretty good about knitting on it, actually. In a couple days here, I'm gonna have to prioritize this again and get another skein done for July. But yeah, it doesn't really take that long because it's super bulky and the yardage is not incredible, but yeah, she's coming along nicely. And honestly, not the worst blanket I've ever knit in terms of like wanting to die the entire time. Let's talk about another blanket, because I have a problem. Here it is. I was given this big old bag of Lion Brand Homespun in a couple of different colors. There's like blue in here and purple and 2 different like variegated skeins. I was like, oh, God, what am I gonna do with this? Because like this isn't yarn that I would make a garment out of probably. And there's so much of it. So blanket. This is the Log Cabin blanket by Purl Soho. Again, I am hooliganizing it. Didn't gauge swatch. You don't need a gauge swatch for blankets. Anyone who tells you you do is lying. But it's a modular knit, which is my first time doing a modular knit anything. It's kind of hard to see because the colors are kind of, I guess you can see. but you start with this one and you just like knit garter back and forth for however many rows, I don't remember. And then you pick up stitches and knit this way. And then, which way do I go next? I think you'll pick up stitches along the top edge here and knit another block this way, and then you just like keep knitting around and around and around. So it's not like you have a million stitches on your needles and you're knitting back and forth forever. You're only knitting like a rectangle at a time, which seemed much more manageable than my other method of knitting blankets, which is, again, cast on a million stitches and just go until you run out of yarn. But this, I figured I can just keep doing rectangles on until I run out of yarn, or until it's like big enough, or until I just don't want to work on it anymore, because it's modular. You're only ever working on like this little section at a time, you know? But yeah, I did 2 rectangles on this, decided that I was bored, and then put it away. So this is not an active whip at the moment. It will get done at some point in the next 5 years. But yeah, I like the drape of this a lot. I'm knitting this on, I think I'm knitting this on a US 10. Should probably figure that out before I continue. Whatever. But yeah, that's just, there's that. And it's living in this really beautiful Joanne bag with holes in it. Okay, that's all my blankets, thank God. Got 3 garments left. Then I'll stop. This beauty, I have been feeling the urge to pick up again, and I think I will after I finish a couple other things. This is my Cargill. This is by Rebecca Clow, the Ewetopia. God, this looks really small now that I pulled it out and looked at it again, but oh my God, that scared the poop out of me. This thing was tickling my foot. Anyway, Cargill, Rebecca Clow of the Ewetopia. I am knitting this in Berroco Vintage DK in the colorway Fondant. I'm so good at this. And it's just so beautiful. Look at that. This texture is everything. Look at that neckline. I'm so proud of this. And it looks so small, but I know when I block it, it's gonna really open up, because it's just ribbing essentially, but it's so good. I'm gonna finish some stuff, and then this is gonna come back into rotation, because every time I pull it out and look at it, I'm just, I want to wear this. I want to have this ready to wear when it gets cooler outside. I just love it. Can you tell I'm like a Ewetopia stan? On here is a beautiful little stitch marker. Nope, that's on the floor now. That, you can't really see that, can you? Anna from SkeinyLegend made me and sent to me all the way from Canada. It's a little star with some little beads. It's so cute and I love it, and it goes so well with my Cargill. And this is just on barber cords for now until I pick it up again. But I will be picking it up again because it's so good. It's so good. I forgot a whip downstairs. Do I go get it? No. it's not that exciting. I'll show it to you at some point. And this is living. Is that a bug? No, it's a piece of fuzz. This is living in a tote bag from Earthbound Trading Co., which I'm obsessed with. Oh my god, I found my prescription sunglasses. Huh. These will be nice. See, this is why we go through our whip bags, folks. You find important things. What else is in here? I think that's it. Yeah. Anyway. Now we're all tangled. Some podcasters clean up after they're done, but I know that I'm not gonna do that. So we're gonna do it during. Oh, a little bag, nothing in there. All right. What else? In here is the first vest slip over thing that I am knitting. And the only reason this isn't done yet is because I ran out of yarn. And I did attempt to get more yarn for this. However, I went to the store and bought the wrong color. Yep. This is going to be the Open Trails sweater vest by Ashley Lillis. And it's just a super bulky sweater vest. I mean, but it's super simple. It's knit from the bottom up. We've got, this is so hard to show. You've got ribbing, and then you just knit in the round until you get to the armhole split. And then you knit the front and back flat and attach it at the top. And then I think there's ribbing around the armholes as well. But I really, really, really want to finish this because it is the first vest that I've done, or slip over, whatever you want to call it. And I think that I would wear it a lot in those like transition periods between like fall and winter and then like spring, obviously. I can't wear it now because it's 90 degrees outside, but I think it's gonna be really nice in the fall. What am I knitting this out of? I am knitting this out of Master Knit Frida in the colorway Ecru. And when I went to the store, I accidentally bought the same yarn, but in the colorway white, which is not gonna work. I should really just go back and buy it because it's so close to being done. It'll take me like a day to finish it. But again, I'm not going to be able to wear this anytime soon, so the motivation to work on it is just kind of not there. But I am very much looking forward to having this in my closet, so I will definitely be finishing it. I just need to buy the correct color yarn. All right, one more. It is another garment. Stuff that back there. This is gonna be like my crowning achievement as a knitter if I ever finish it, which I will, but not anytime soon. Again, living in this high quality Target bag. This is going to be the Arctic Light sweater by Veronika Lindberg. And it is this, oh, look at that all over cabled sweater. And the reason this got put down is because it is really just a lot. I mean, here's the sleeve. It's got more cables going down the sleeve. I mean, come on. There's lace, or not lace, there's cables, there's baubles, there's... Oh, it's so beautiful though. And I love this color. This yarn sucks. I found this yarn at Goodwill, full disclosure, and it's gotta be like vintage because it looks old as heck, but that's what it is. It is just acrylic, and I don't even really think that it's like high quality acrylic. It feels like a Red Heart, but like stiffer, if that makes any sense. So yeah, but I think it'll be fine because it's a heavy sweater. I mean, it's all over cables. This is like probably like a worsted weight yarn. It's going to be a very heavy sweater that I'm only going to wear when it's cold outside, and I'm probably going to be wearing something underneath it. So I don't think that it's going to be that big of a deal that the yarn feels like garbage. And I put this down because, again, I'm not going to wear a heavy all over cabled green sweater for a while, and I don't have like the mental capacity to be doing this right now because it's like a lot. I need to finish some other stuff. I keep saying that. This will come back into rotation probably this fall when it is more appropriate and I can like see the benefit of having the sweater. And hold on, coffee break. Oh my god, there's hair in my coffee. Side note, one of my best friends found this really pretty mug for me in a donation bin when we were in college together. I've had this for years, probably like 5 years at this point, and I just like it. But anyway, I love this pattern. It is not the easiest thing I've ever knit. Obviously, look at it. I will go back to working on it, but not in the like short-term future. What do I have on here? Oh, here's another stitch marker that Anna from SkeinyLegend made and sent me. Is that gonna focus? Probably not. Just a really pretty green bead, and I thought it would look nice on my green sweater. Yeah. And then, I think that's all I got. I did forget one thing downstairs. I'm not gonna go get it. I'll tell you about it, and you'll just use your imagination. Obviously everyone and their mother has knit the half and half triangles wrap by Purl Soho, and I wanted to feel cool and knit one of those as well. However, I'm a little bit of like a control freak. And so I didn't want to, how do I explain this? So the Purl Soho pattern, from what I understand, is you cast on like 1.5 million stitches and then you like work making it smaller. I don't like shawl patterns that are constructed that way. I want to be able to say, okay, the shawl is big enough, or I want it to be a little bit bigger. So I liked the idea, but I didn't love the construction. So what I did was I bought 3 skeins of a worsted weight yarn, Berroco again, in like a dark charcoal gray color, and I just cast on 3 stitches, and I have been increasing on both sides, or at the end of every row I should say. And right now I've got this huge triangle. I'm almost to the end of my 3rd skein. And so I have to get the yarn. Of course I don't have the rest of the yarn, I never do. But I think I'm going to stripe a lighter gray and a yellow for the other half and knit the other half. So at the end it'll be a big square with 1 solid dark gray half and then a lighter gray yellow striped half. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. So yeah, right now it's nothing super interesting. It's just a giant gray triangle. For the longest time, that was my movie theater knit. Oh my god, I forgot another whip too. I'm not gonna get that either. I'm sorry, this is terrible. So for the longest time, that shawl wrap fake half and half was my movie theater knit. So every time that we went to the movie theater, I would just bring that and knit on that because it's just garter stitch back and forth with like a KFB at the end. Handsome. But I'm thinking now that I'm going to be striping, I don't know that I want to be using that as my movie theater knit anymore. So I'm gonna have to find something else. The other whip that I forgot is my emotional support Musselburgh. That is a whip that only lives in my purse. The only time that I get any work done on that hat is when I am at a restaurant and I'm waiting for my food, or a waiting room, or I'm a passenger in a vehicle. That's the only time I pull it out, and it's been so good because it's just stockinette forever. And just around and around and around and around and around. It's perfect. And I'm knitting that out of a sock yarn by Ewetopia Fibers in their Wisco sock base in the colorway Monet's Lillis. Don't ask me how I remember that. But it's a really pretty like blue, green, little bit of purple. And it's gonna be a really pretty hat. It's actually for my husband. I think I'm maybe halfway through it, so I mean it's not going to be done anytime soon, and that's the reason I forgot to grab it, is because it just lives in my purse. But yeah, so I think that was all 13. Let me just, what else did I forget? Is there anything else I wanted to say about any of these? No, I think that was all of them. That was all 13. Wow. Yeah, so that was all of my whips, minus the 2 that I forgot, but they're not that exciting. Yeah, like I said, no judgment zone. Be nice to me and my 13 whips. Hi, Gator. You gonna jump up here? I do have to say that we have decided to rehome Alligator. For a bunch of different reasons. Nothing that he did. He is a perfect, sweet little angel. Basically, one of our other cats really hates him. And I know that there's a bunch of things that you can do to reduce that hatred and the fighting. And trust me, we've been working with our vet for months trying to get this figured out. And there's just been absolutely no improvement. And all of my cats are very stressed out. But we did find Gator a new home, and we will be bringing him to his new home on Monday, which is devastating. I love this little booger. He's a good boy. Hey, don't come say hi. He's a good boy. He very handsome. Yes, I love you. So this is probably the last time you'll be seeing Mr. Gator, but he's going to a lovely, lovely woman in Wisconsin. So sad, but it's for the best, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be much more peaceful in my house, I think. Right, handsome? Yeah. Oh, I'm getting gator kisses. All right, well, that's all I got. Those are all my whips. I will put as much as I can in the description box below. If I happen to miss anything, or if you have any questions about anything, or want to yell at me for having that many whips, just leave a comment, or you can DM me on Instagram and I will get back to you. But yeah, I think that is all that I've got. I hope you are doing well. Things are good here. Thank you for the kisses. I will see you next time I see you. Bye.